Okay, go.
Um, you know, man, as far as Sinful goes, man, dude, like, like I've always said, dude's honestly irrelevant to me. You know, I, man, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to start this over. I feel like I'm repeating myself too much. Simple. He's honestly just one of them dudes that like he was never around too much. Maybe just when I wasn't. Maybe it was the wrong times. But you know, dude's just one of them guys that just kind of laid off in the cut for a while. I never really saw too much work come out of him.
Did you do a song with him?
I've never done a song with him.
Oh.
I want to say I've met the guy once, but like you know.
Was he at the car show 5 years ago? Because that was the only other car show I remember. Y'all were at.
See, here's the thing. I hope I got my facts right. I remember car show '06. Sinful has a brother named Shane. Because Sinful's name is Chris. Sinful has a brother named Shane. And when we was at the car show, fucking two of the girls that were with us, he stole their purse. It was, you know, somebody that was related to this Sinful dude stole their purse, took their phone, hundreds of dollars, you know, just petty shit. Petty. And, you know, nobody never got nothing back. And as far as I remember, I mean, that was just the moment I quit fucking with dude. Because, you know, even if he's not the dude that went in and took the purse, he's still chilling with the dude who's got the purse.
Yeah, he's associated with him.
Yeah, so, I mean, but, you know, as far as guy, I didn't even know he went from Revolution to Mob Style. As far as I know, dude died. I don't. You know, because he never really did that much work with Revolution. You know, if he did, it was something that didn't get out there. If it didn't get out there, it wasn't worth being put out. You know, he had one track on Before the Revolt. Don't get me wrong, I had one track on Before the Revolt, but his track was garbage. I remember reading an album review of Before the Revolt saying that the track Sinful and Buckshot was on was the worst track on the album. That's real talk. If I had the paper here with me, I'd show you. It says Buckshot is the worst part of the album, and Sinful's on that track.
Now, I don't want to surprise me. I've heard a lot of people say that he sucks, but the main thing I can't seem to get is how all those local artists like B. Sims, Kenzo, and Static Quo, and Haystack do collabs with him, and don't. But like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the thing, you know. You can, you know, just like, nothing against you, Fresh. I love you, Fresh. Just like D Fresh and Nova, you know, they just got, they did Gangsta Grill Edition mixtapes, and they dropped with DJ Drama. But the thing is, you know, Drama's not going to do none of that work for you. He's not going to promote that album. You can pay, you know, your $1,000 to DJ Efeezy to host your mixtape, or however many stacks to, you know, Drama or whoever. But just because you pay that amount of money doesn't mean they're going to promote you. So, dude can go to, you know, whoever artist he wants to go to if he thinks it's going to make it better. But just because you do a collab doesn't make you better. Just because you do a track with Chuck D doesn't mean you're on. Just because you do a track with Lil Wayne doesn't make you on. That just means you did a track. And, I mean, dude he wasn't, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't put in the work. I don't know. Mob Style Music is doing nothing as far as I'm concerned, so I don't know where there's even room for him.
They have like I think 7 artists. I believe 7.
What's the point in having 7 artists when none of them are dropping?
I know.
I mean, if you can't even come up, it costs like $300 or $400 to get a 10-foot space at Carl Casper. It costs, you know, like I said, somewhere between $300, $400, $500.
I think it was like $475 for 10 foot.
And that's how they do it. 10-foot spots. If Mob Style Music can't come up with $500 to get a spot at, you know, a spot at Carl Casper, and on top of that, they can't come up with a new product having 7 artists on their label, then what are they doing?
Sorry about that.
Y'all good, man. But you know, if they got 7 artists on the label, and they couldn't even come out with a product for 2010 at their most marketable event, what are they doing?
I totally feel that. I think I heard from Powder recently, and he said that he was touring in Japan with Buck.
Yeah, right.
And that he's going to go into the military.
He ain't got no life.
And do something with the military. And he said that I would be glad to see him dead in the military. I don't like to do. I've never liked to do from the beginning. But I don't hate somebody that much to see him dead. I mean, that's just totally stupid.
Powder, I can't believe you said that. Powder's one of them dudes that had no direction in life, I guess. And Powder was all about being up on, SC's nuts. And then as soon as we realized you're just on our nuts, he was like, oh, we're going to go get on Buck's nuts. And, that was his next move. And so then Buck just starts pawning him and tooling him around, and next thing you know, you see a little powder puff dick sucker online talking about, check out the new album, and it's awesome, but when it's not awesome at all, and he's just on dude's nuts, and honestly, he's probably blowing Buck, and Buck's probably saying, yeah, I like it, I mean, all of them. I mean, who's on the label? Buck, his cousin. They probably gave Powder a deal. I mean, all these people that are doing absolutely nothing. I mean, honestly, I used to look up to Buck as far as Louisville and, music, when I was coming up. But now, bye-bye. That's all I can say. Mob style music, bye-bye. I remember when me and Buck got into it. 06, man. I remember when I said fuck mob style music. He didn't like it. Me and Buck got into it. But I mean, looking back on it, I can't say I regret saying it, because look, you're looking at a label who fell off, and all of the powerful, the monsters of the label branched off, and now we on a whole new label of our own, in charge of our own shit, and these dudes ain't even around anymore. So, as far as Sinful moving from one to another, irrelevant. Mob style music, irrelevant. Buckshot, irrelevant. All of them, go to hell.
Alright, last but not least, your shout-outs? Or just maybe like a couple?
Shout-outs? Shout-outs to Revolution Entertainment, StrangerVolt.com. Shout out to the homie Scorp, D Fresh, Nova, Young Yella, Young Soldier. Who else? There's so many. I don't know. 502-812. Take it back. I'm sorry I miss you, just because 812 Soldiers, 812 Faculty, Lay It Down, Rough Side Players, all the old gangsters. Shout out to local music in general. So anyway, check me out. It's Chuck D, MySpace.com, Chuck D 502, Facebook.com, Chuck D City, StrangerVolt.com. That's all I got.
Alright. I was Chuck D, and this is Scorpion, saying peace.
Later.